According to reports, India's Covaxin vaccine has been approved by the World Health Organization for emergency use. The WHO is in the process of evaluating Covaxin's clinical trial data for emergency use listing. It has been considering that data. Covaxin demonstrated 77.8% effectiveness against COVID-19 and 65.2% protection against the Delta variant. Now, India has administered more than 118 million doses of Covaxin. This means that over 59 million people in India have received the jab. The WHO had earlier asked biotech for more data on Covaxin. India had raised the issue at the G20 as well. And here's a list of the countries that use Covaxin: Guyana, India, Iran, Mauritius, Mexico, Nepal, Paraguay, the Philippines and Zimbabwe. That's 9 countries that are already using the Covaxin vaccine. Let's go straight across now to our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, who has been tracking all those developments. Siddhant, what more do we know as of now? This is a significant breakthrough coming in regarding the Covaxin approval.
Well, yes, Molly, it's a big Diwali gift to the people of India by the World Health Organization, though it did take a lot of time in terms of we saw the dates being given almost every month, and the last date was on 27th of October. In fact, more data was asked by the World Health Organization's technical advisory group. So what exactly has happened in last 20 to 30 minutes is that the World Health Organization's technical advisory group has suggested the emergency approval being given to Covaxin, that is Indian COVID vaccine. It has recommended to World Health Organization. That means it's a done deal and the approval is given. It's confirmed. The development is confirmed. The only thing right now we are awaiting is the formal announcement by the World Health Organization, which is expected to happen anytime soon. But this is a big development, and coming in the backdrop of the Indian Prime Minister raising at the G20 meeting. So we know on 30th of October, that was the first day of the G20 meeting where WION was present. The Indian Prime Minister during his intervention talked about the need to give approval to the Indian vaccine in his intervention, and he also had a meeting with the WTO chief as well on the sidelines of the G20, in which he asked that this should be done as soon as possible, because one of the key impact, the practical impact for people like you and me is that if we go abroad, in many of these people are students and people going out for work, if they do not have approved vaccine by the World Health Organization, then they face a lot of problems. So now it's an easy deal for them for traveling outside. This is, of course, the second India-made vaccine that is being given approval by the World Health Organization. The first was India-made vaccine Covishield, but we know that Covaxin is the first Indian vaccine, an India-made vaccine that is being given approval by the World Health Organization. Just recently, Australia made the announcement as well, and it helps the large diaspora in that country, and now it will help a lot of Indians who will be traveling abroad in terms of the ease of movement.
Right, Siddhant, let's also talk about the questions that have been raised over why it took so long and the delay in the WHO granting approval to Covaxin.
Well, yes, there were questions raised, and many questions raised as to why the World Health Organization took so much time to give this approval. In fact, what World Health Organization was doing was asking for more data from the manufacturers of Covaxin, Bharat Biotech, and it was painfully slow process, because with each passing day, there were many Indians who could not go outside for studies, for essential work. now this can be smoothened up. We know that many vaccines, in fact, many China-made vaccines have been given approval, while Indian vaccine was taking a lot of time, and that is why this question was being asked to World Health Organization. People also questioning the credibility of World Health Organization, which is already dealing with credibility issue in terms of when it comes to dealing with the COVID crisis, the COVID pandemic.
Right, Siddhant, also the fact that Covaxin has already been in use in as many as 9 countries. And this decision now, this approval by the World Health Organization also has far-reaching implications when it comes to Covaxin being used by other countries now.
Well, yes, it has far-reaching implication, practical implementation of the people moving from one country to another country, and not just Indians. There are a lot of people from across the world, especially Iranians, who have been vaccinated by Covaxin. And we know if we go abroad, there is a lot of bureaucracy that has been increased in terms of getting approvals from the host country where you are going. And for that, we know if you're vaccinated by a vaccine which is not approved by World Health Organization, then you face a lot of troubles, including the other countries saying no to your visit. So that is why this is important for not only for many Indians who have been vaccinated by Covaxin, but other nationals as well who have been globally vaccinated by Covaxin. We know that Covaxin has been in demand, and India has been one of the largest exporters of vaccines, both as gift and commercially. India's Vaccine Maitri initiative saw almost more than 95 countries being given vaccines. This included a mixture of Covishield and Covaxin both, and one of the largest supplies went to countries like Iran, who got a lot of Covaxin from Bharat Biotech. So it's a good news. It's a big Diwali gift, in fact, being given by the World Health Organization to, of course, a lot of Indians.
And as far as the approval process is concerned, Siddhant, for those uninitiated, just a brief overview of the steps that the WHO has followed when it comes to granting approval to the Indian indigenous vaccine.
Well, the technical advisory group of the World Health Organization basically meets and takes into account all the technicalities regarding a vaccine being given approval. It's rather very technical process, but it requires a lot of data in terms of how that particular vaccine is able to deal with that virus, specific virus. We know, as you just pointed out in your initial brief, as to the percentage when it comes to Covaxin able to fight the virus, the coronavirus, and of course it passed the threshold that was required, and that is why now an approval has been given. The only question that has been raised, of course, is that when it comes to the process, it has been painfully long process and lot of data being asked by World Health Organization. In fact, there were a lot of queries to World Health Organization, and the World Health Organization in a tweet also said that we are not going to cut corners, and that was something that was mocked and of course questioned as well by many people as to why World Health Organization is taking so much time when it has failed in many fronts, especially when it comes to finding the origin of the COVID, the coronavirus. Something it's still in the process, and nobody knows whether it was man-made or natural. But of course, only history can finally tell us when and who was responsible for this rapid spread of the COVID virus, which has impacted everyone in the world, whether it's you are here in New Delhi or New York.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.